Very good morning to all. Today I would like to discuss about some existing medications role in COVID treatment. We all know that this is the current pandemic of COVID-19 caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 SARS COVID-2 has presented unprecedented challenges to the healthcare system in almost every country around the world. We know this currently there are no known effective vaccines or therapeutic agents against this virus. Current clinical managements includes only infection prevention, control measures, supportive cares like supplemental oxygen and mechanical ventilation supportive. So some researchers currently investigate some available drugs. Thus existing some drugs that are helpful for the symptomatic relief of COVID. The chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine, these are the drugs being tested for repurposing to treat COVID-19 tend to fall in two categories. Those that target the viral replication cycle and those that aim to control the symptoms of disease. The aminoquinolones, chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine, these are the polymerase inhibitors classically used as anti-malarial medications. What's the role of these medications in malaria? In malaria, these drugs inhibit heme polymerase, causing the accumulation of toxic heme in the parasite, which leads to its death. In case of COVID-19, it is thought that these drugs keep the virus out of host cells by blocking glycosylation of host receptors and breaking down the production of viral proteins by inhibiting endosomal acidification. Initial studies looked promising. There were flaws in the study design, says James Curtle, an infectious disease researcher at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center and author of a recent review in the Journal of American Medical Association on COVID-19 medications. Some under randomized study of 30 patients in China that come out around the same time found that they provide no benefit over standard treatment, and an observational study published in New England Journal of Medicine. Hydroxychloroquine administration was not associated with a reduction in death among hospitalized patients with COVID-19. Still, the drug are the subject of more than 30 different clinical trials in the USA alone. Lepnovir and ritonavir, these are the human immunodeficiency virus protease inhibitor. Lepnovir and ritonavir work against coronavirus by this inhibitory action on chymotrypsin-like protease. In vitro testers have shown the drugs to be effective against SARS-CoV-1 and the coronavirus that cause Middle East respiratory syndrome, but no testers have confirmed that same mechanism of action against SARS-CoV-2. A randomized open-label trial in China of some 200 hospitalized patients did not find the drug combination to be more effective than standard care, but further clinical trials are pending. According to the review of Journal of American Medical Association, the drugs may have limited appeal because of side effects, most notably increased nausea and diarrhea and increased risk of liver damage, all of which could exacerbate the signs of COVID-19. In a randomized control study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, there was no association between treatment of patients with severe COVID-19 with lopinavir, ritonavir, and reduction in SARS-CoV-2 viral load or significant clinical benefits. Another trial on people with mild COVID-19 shows reduced time of viral shedding, reduced time to elevation of symptoms, and reduced hospital stay in a group with lopinavir, ritonavir, IFNB, and ribavirin as compared to a group receiving lopinavir and ritonavir alone. Another category is the nefumostat and chemostat. these categories of drug, this nafamostat is a synthetic serine protease inhibitor, is a short-acting anticoagulant which also has some antiviral and anti-cancer properties. It is commonly formulated with hydrochloric acid due to its basic property. This nafamostat, this blocks the activation of SARS-CoV-2, is a new treatment options for COVID-19. The University of Tokyo announced these new findings on March 18, 2020. Chemostat was previously found in vitro to block the entry of SARS-CoV by acting as an antagonist to the serine protease TMPRSS2, and researchers believe both nafamostat and chemostat would have a similar effects in inhibiting SARS-CoV-2. In vitro, both have been found to block the entry of SARS-CoV-2 into cells, although one preprint study reported that nafamostat inhibited viral cell entry with an efficient roughly 50-fold higher than that of chemostat. These drugs are undergoing phase 2 and phase 2/3 clinical trials in USA and Japan for their effectiveness against COVID-19. The primary outcome of which will be time to clinical improvement for this nafamostat and reduced viral load after treatment of chemostat. These drugs are quite old. They are well studied. They have non-targeters that are exactly the same protease that the virus uses, says Anton Hurel, the professional service director at Elsevier, who has done screening for possible COVID-19 drug treatments. Ivermectin is an antihelminthic category drug. It's a lipophilic macrolide usually used as broad-spectrum anti-parasite drug that also have the effects in COVID-19. In this antihelminthic action in parasite, this acts mainly on the GABA receptors. This acts by binding glutamate-gated chloride ion channel, which leads to depolarization of cells and paralysis or death of parasite occurs. When this directed against COVID-19 is thought to work by binding and destabilizing cell transport proteins used to enter the nucleus. In an observational multicenter study with some 400 patients that is still under review, administration of ivermectin was associated with a lower death rate, a 7% versus 21% in control group, and shorter hospital stays. Fewer intubated patients died in the ivermectin group as well, 7% versus 21%. At least 2 trials are currently recruiting participants to test the drug. One is a pilot study in India that will compare ivermectin to standard of care, and another study is Kentucky. This will test the drug along with hydroxychloroquine. Corticosteroids, these are researchers are also testing molecules to offset the potential cytokine storm that leads to lung injury and acute respiratory distress syndromes in some patients. Along with efficacy, safety is the main concern with these types of drugs, says Cottrell, adding that immunomodulators can have negative downstream consequences such as increasing the risk of other type of infections. Chief among these immunomodulatory drugs being studied for treatment of COVID-19 are corticosteroids. These are well studied but are also one of the bluntest tools for muting the immune system. These molecules inhibit the expression of many gene encoding inflammatory molecules, but long-term use is associated with cardiovascular disease and bone density loss. A previous meta-analysis found that corticosteroids are associated with higher mortality in those with influenza pneumonia. One retrospective studies in China found that its use in those who developed ARDS was associated with decreased death. A variety of clinical trials are ongoing. Thank you. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Next video we will discuss about some other current available drugs and their roles in COVID-19 treatment.